In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a new document in Photoshop and some of the most common file types that can be opened. This tutorial was made using the latest version of Photoshop, but the preset details are almost similar to the older version. First, let us create a new document. To do that, go to File, and choose New. Or Ctrl+N, using your keyboard. Let us focus on the web and print. Name your document anything you like. There are different presets that you can use for your project. Under Print, there are letter, legal, tabloid, A4 and so on. And on the web, there are web most common, web large, web medium, and even MacBook Pro, iMac, desktop sizes and more. Remember, it is ideal to use inches in print graphics and pixels for digital on-screen graphics. However, depending on your preferences, either of them can be used for web or print graphics. If you don't want to use the Photoshop preset, we can define our own sizes. There's a field for both width and height. Then you can choose the orientation, either portrait or landscape. Next is the resolution. In web format, 72 is the default number because it is the standard for on-screen images, sometimes 96. Then in print, it is 300 because it is the minimum recommended resolution. You can leave it as is for the time being, unless you have higher value requirements. The higher the resolution number goes, the more detailed that your image will be, but not all cases are applicable to that. It still depends on the quality of your source document or source image. Next is the color mode. On the web, there is no other option than RGB since your graphics will be displayed on your computer screen. Unlike print, there are different selections under color mode. It is advisable to stick with RGB for on-screen or digital graphics and CMYK for print. And then, background contents. You can set the background as either a solid color or transparent. Because there is an option to save your finished project with either a solid background or transparent background. I have video instructions on how to use Save for Web. I will place a link in the description below. Let us use the web most common for this example. Next, let us add a basic shape to the document. Then to save your document, go to File, then choose Save or Ctrl+S on your keyboard. For this newer version of Photoshop, you will have an option to save it on the cloud, but for this basic demo, let us just choose on your computer. As you can see, the default extension name is .psd. It is because that is the extension name of Photoshop. It means that it is your source document, where every layer, text, images, effects, etc., can be retrieved and is ready to be updated or edited. You can still be able to change your document file name, even if we already added that at the beginning of this tutorial. Then hit Save. Next, let's discuss opening a document. Let us open the PSD file that we did. To do that, go to File, then Open, or Ctrl+O, using your keyboard. You can also open multiple files at the same time, and they will open in a tab format. This is the PSD file, and this is the image file. You may also drag your image directly into Photoshop. But when you have an open document, make sure you drag and release your image outside the document window, otherwise it will be placed in the active window. Let us first try dragging a file inside the document. As you can see, it just creates a new layer on the current document. Next, let us try dragging an image outside the document. See, it automatically opens a new tab. There are some common basic image formats that you can also open in Photoshop. Those are JPG, GIF, PNG, RAW, and TIFF. Though there are a lot of image types that you can open in Photoshop, those are the most common that you may encounter in your project. If you have any suggestions, comments, or ideas, please feel free to write them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video and thank you for watching.